Every once in a while here at WGTV, we have the opportunity to have somebody stop by the studio so we can talk to them. And this week, Rick Roberry, the master distributor, stopped by. Today, Rick and I are going to talk about the HP 12C financial calculator. Rick, welcome to WGTV and our studios here.
Yeah, it's fun, Dan. Thank you for having me today.
Okay, so let's talk about the HP 12C. I know you've been in the financial services industry for, let's say 100 years or so. I've only been in for about, say, 20 years or so, but you look good for 130.
Well, thank you so much.
You look real good for 130.
Yeah, that's great.
So let's talk about the HP 12C. I know you have the 30th anniversary edition. Let's talk about the calculator a little bit first.
Well, a financial calculator, Dan, is able to do compounding in numbers and time, where you can see what actually happens in the marketplace.
Right.
And it can compound monthly, daily, annually, whatever it is. So that's what it is. It's just a tool. It's a dreamer. I call it the dreamer.
The dreamer.
Yeah, the dreamer.
And what we're going to do right now with the dreamer is we're going to put in a couple of numbers and just see what it's like to dream. And we're going to base those numbers on some standard things. The Algo pack, the minimum deposit you can put in is $500.
Yes.
So we're going to start out and put in the HP 12C $500.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
$500 is in one time.
Okay, and now we're going to use an interest rate of,
let's say 6% per month.
6% per month. Mm-hmm. And again, folks, that is based on a conservative effort of what the Algo pack has performed at least for the time that we've had our new system up. And remember, guys, past performance does not speak to future results. We are just doing examples. If the Algo pack performed at 6% a month, this is what the numbers would look like. Okay.
This is just a training exercise.
Just a training exercise. $500.
Okay.
We're going to put 6% a month in. And I think we talked about starting with 5 years.
Let's do 5 years. Okay.
Okay, so he puts 5 years in, and then the calculator automatically puts that into 60 months, is what you see up on the screen right now, because 60 months is 5 years.
Well, we're compounding it monthly in this example. That's why it does that, Dan. So as I go ahead and get the future value on that, that is $16,493.
$16,493. Now let's just recap one more time.
Okay.
Okay. $500 one time, not ever putting another penny into it.
Yep.
Okay, 6% a month for 5 years, you'll have $16,000.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, let's take a look at it real quick, and let's just change the numbers and put 7 years in. What if we left that money alone?
$66,782. So in other words, if you rob yourself in 5 years, you've lost out on how much money?
Right.
Between $66,000, Dan.
So don't take the cruise in 5 years. Take it in 7 years.
Leave the money alone.
Okay, well, what happens if we leave it there for 10 years?
10 years. $544,000, Dan. I mean, that's a big difference. And what you see happening is a lot of people, when it gets to like $5,000 or $10,000 or $15,000, they rob themselves and start over, and they never get to these bigger numbers because they don't understand the difference in what just a little time does.
Right. So time is really, really important.
It is.
And don't rob yourself. Leave that money alone. This is a savings account. This is an investment over a long term.
Yeah.
It's not something to live off on a day-to-day basis. But when we're talking about living off things on a day-to-day basis, let's take a look at what you can actually make if you take that money out after 5 years. Let's go back to 5 years real quick.
All right.
How's that sound?
Okay, let's do it.
So
okay, we did the $500, and we do that for, actually, are we going to put any monthly in with it, Dan?
yeah, you know what? Why don't we do that?
Let's do that. Yeah, let's say $500 one time.
Okay.
And then let's say we add $50 a month to that. Now this is something almost anybody can do if they're motivated about this financial goal, right?
Right. Now Starbucks is going to kill me, but if you cut out your Starbucks, you're going to have that $50 a month to put in, right?
Yeah, I hope this doesn't get on YouTube. We're in trouble with that comment. So there you go. So you got $50, okay, a month, and we do that at the 6% per month, and we do it for the 5-year period. Okay, that's $43,150.
Okay, now I'm freaked out. Okay, so we started, if we didn't put any money in, we had $16,000 after 5 years.
Yep.
But we put just $50 a month away, and guys, everybody can come up with $50 a month.
That's right.
Everybody can. So we put $50 a month away, and we now have $43,000.
And why is that important, though? Because what you do in financial planning is when you get to a certain principal amount, and then the idea is that you pull money off of that to live on. In other words, it's an income generator at some point in your life, right?
Okay.
And so on this one right here, if we just use the same, in other words, we put in $43,000 and we use the 6% per month, you can actually pull out $2,589 a month for life as long as you have that rate of return. And
As long as you have that rate of
you have
return.
6% per
Right,
month.
that's that assumption. But let's just clarify that one more time. So if you put $500 in once, then you put $50 a month in for 5 years. Okay, you'll come up with that number, and then you leave that in there, and you will have an income of over $2,500 a month each and every month.
That's right, and assuming the 6% continues on a consistent basis, which it won't, it'll vary somewhat, but on this assumption, if it's the same every month, it'll generate almost a $2,600 a month income for the rest of your life, okay?
Okay, so now let's just take it one more step, okay, Rick? My wife would never let me take that out in 5 years, especially after this demonstration. So Patty's going to say, let's leave it in for 10 years. Let's go ahead, skip the 7, let's go out to the 10-year numbers, okay?
All right, let's do it then. I'm going to show 7, Dan. I'm going to argue
with
that.
You're going to argue with me, you're going to show 7.
There's a reason for that, okay? Let me show you something. In 7 years, that's $177,000, right?
Correct.
Well, at $177,000, that is generating almost an $11,000 a month income.
$11,000 a month.
You wait 2 years to start pulling the income. It goes from $2,600 a month potentially to almost $11,000 a month potentially.
Wow.
That's crazy, huh?
You know, and you know, that's a pretty good living for a lot of people.
Sure is.
$11,000 a month.
Passive income.
Passive income. Yeah. That's $120,000 or more a year.
That's right.
Just doing the quick math. Okay, let's go out to 10 years.
Right.
One time we started out with
You're
10.
eager for the 10 years. Let's do it.
I want to do the 10 years.
All right, here we go. 10 years is, whoops, that was that actually, right? Let's do it again. $500 one time. You do $50 a month, and you 6%, and you do that for 10 years. Yep, that's $1.45 million, Dan.
So that's how much money I have in my trading account right now. It's $1.45 million. Okay.
Income.
Now, if I took that money and I said, okay, now I'm just going to leave it alone and I'm going to live off that money for the rest of my life. How much money do I have to live on every single month?
Assuming that you don't delete any or diminish any of your principal, but just simply the return, and assuming a constant 6% per month, okay?
Right.
What that actually turns out to is $87,000 a month income starting in 10 years from now. $500 a month, or $500 one time, $50 a month for 10 years.
$500. Guys, these are numbers that each and every one of you can do. Everybody can do those kind of numbers. This is something that you really have to start looking at it very, very heavily. Rick, any last comments before we get on to our next guest?
Yeah, there's just one, okay? In my financial service background, what happens is people rob themselves too early, not understanding the magic of time. And so what we've tried to illustrate today is the magic of time, leaving it alone. And I believe that if people know this, know what we've explained to you today, that they will leave it alone, and at some point they'll be able to have that dream residual income. And that's the whole goal.
Guys, I have to get on and move on with the show, but Rick, it's really a pleasure to have you in the studio and have you be here. I know we're trying to put together a little bit more factor, so we're going to get those things recorded and get them up on WGTV each and every week. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your time.
Dan, thank you so much.
I'm Dan Hunt for WGTV.